night a bitch nigga shot a real nigga. But we don't make no diss records, we just deal with it. Plus I be going through a lot, I never talk about it. And they using niggas songs in court, so I can't talk about it. Rap niggas think I'm dumb, like I don't see the play. I let them think they got the ups, to get them out the way. On FaceTime, my brother telling me he shot my mama, telling me to chill, but I know he seen that nigga face. But that's enough about that part. Talking about respect, well, it's a must about that part. Playing with my money, well, then it's up about that part. Cause when it's time to play ball, don't give a fuck about that part. They know I'm that nigga when they see me. Her man crush been a hater, her little brother won't beat me. Her friend been on my dick since I was passing out CDs. Her baby daddy a mark and her boyfriend probably a weenie. 3,300 on my book bag. Let some niggas in the past, but I don't look back. Shit kinda different, I ain't the man that I was. I seen death in too many forms and I ain't never really shook that. Don't let him rock you to sleep, true colors better believe him. I know that God got me, but I be riding with my reaper. Praying with my kids and even then I got my heater. And I be stepping so hard, this hoes in $1,000 sneakers. Take your bitch when I meet her and you ain't seen her in about 3 days. Knew I was a threat, I passed that stick like a relay. Spin it back to back, it's like a motherfucking replay. Turn your son into a bitch when I shoot, I think I'm D-Wade. Told him I'm a savage, if I want it, I'ma have it. Playing with my lettuce, cook your head like a cabbage. Tell them that I'm rich and I'm solid, that's the advantage. Bitch, bad kids, fresh little nigga, you can't stand it. Tell them big checks, yardsticks, not a roof. All I smoke is ops and I don't never smoke a hookah. Looking for a blessing that's worth it, Jesus and Judas. Tell them niggas game 6, my whole team full of shooters. I slide on a nigga like a motherfucking flip-flop. Pressure on your homie and I promise he a flip-flop. Talking that wookie-woo, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't really saying nothing. I know these niggas envy, they can't manage how they feel. Jealousy's for bitches, you niggas pussy for real. A nigga get the drop and he happen to shoot. First we heal up and get back, we ain't going on the shirt, I swear to God. That wookie-woo, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't saying nothing. Talking that wookie-woo, something. Nigga cock back and aim and leave you bleeding where you run it, swear to God, nigga.
What's the deal, y'all? Real Trappers happening in 10 and Trap News Network back in the same, like cracking the same here at 10 and Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. I get knowledge, ain't finna get nobody's college dog. This is my last one of the night. Young and Jefe don't care about nothing what the check say. I'm extremely burnt out, man. Shout out to the jungle. Shout out to the Baldwin Village community. I was over there today doing my 1-2 step like Sierra. I'm about to give y'all that content. Later on, I got to do some editing real quick. Got to slide it over so somebody get my little... do my little 1-2 step like Sierra. You already know though. Real quick though, we finna jump into this content. If you want to hit the like, hit the comment, hit the subscribe button, please make sure you do. And we finna get into some news you can use. Some knowledge though. You ain't finna get nobody's college though. Courtesy of Young and Jefe. Don't care about nothing but what the check say. Young and Jefe.
It's your boy Young and Jefe. Don't care about number what the check say. What's the mail? I'ma bring you mail. What's the good old big deal with the good old people? It's Hot Topics with your boy Young and Jefe, and I'm here to deliver you another one like the other one. The recipient of Hot Topics, 607 Up and Munchie B. So you already know what time it is, because I already seen Adam hurry up and got that clip out, and that thing already viral within 2 or 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? So you know we got to do our reaction to that thing. So, you know, I'm running late, you know what I'm saying, to the segment and no jumper today because we had that cipher that's on its way. You know what I'm saying? I had to go record my verse for the cipher. That was in Canova Park. Then I had to run back to LA way to do something real quick and then hop back on the freeway and go back towards that Valley Way. So, you know, that kind of made me like a good 25 minutes late. However, you know, I walk in on set, on segment, you know, I'm greeted by the fellas. We get right into the topic. You know what I'm saying? So the topic and segment, I think when I came through the door was pertaining to 4 extras. So basically, they was asking me about the phone call between 4 extras and Jen Lee. You know what I'm saying? Did I feel like that 4 extras was on some like tough time, like, hey, yeah, come through the set? Or did I feel like he was genuinely reaching out, you know, embracing Jen Lee? I mean, and anybody can tell from the phone call that he was embracing Jen Lee, like, man, you know, some neighborhood time, like, you know, come to the set, come see the 40s. You know, I know you from Texas.
Yeah, it didn't look like Jen Lee was all getting pressed by 4 extras. It looked like 4 extras was trying to be very accommodating and actually pretty welcoming.
Since you ain't been down here yet, you know what I'm saying, between, you know what I'm saying, Vernon and Crenshaw, you know what I'm saying, little area, you know what I'm saying, of his community. So from there, we talk about that, everybody give their opinion or whatnot, and then we get on to some other things. So last week was my first time meeting 607 Up. Before then, Never knew 607 Had I seen him on YouTube, of course. I seen him on YouTube going viral, you know what I'm saying? You know, he got a different personality. You know, he stay in the act, you know what I'm saying? He know that the recipe for social media is controversial. And that's what he is. So you got to know that he's in character and he's acting at all times. And anything crazy is liable to come out this man's mouth. You know what I'm saying? So these are the type of people that you got to even ask yourself if you're going to be comfortable being on camera with them, or are they going to be accustomed to your character and your seriousness? You know what I'm saying? Because
everybody's not playing. Because all y'all love to say, oh, it's just for content, it's just for content. That's how you feel. You can't force people. The same way you can say somebody's wrong for punching you in your face over content is the same way they can say you wrong for doing something to get yourself punched in the face. Everything is, oh, it's for content, it's for content, it's for content. Everybody's not playing like that. And y'all can't keep trying to force everybody to play this stupid for content game when somebody ready to play with your life when you playing with them on the internet. Everybody don't play like that. You can't, and then even deeper than that, you can't dictate somebody's response to disrespect after you've been super outright disrespectful on the internet, playing with people, embarrassing people, bullying people, and all that kind of stuff. And then when it comes time to actually be physically attainable and physically atone for your sins, now it's just content, it's just content. But then you want to jump right back on the computer and start playing with the same situation that would have got your ass whooped. No, everybody's not playing like that.
Either or, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be one way or the other. So, however, pertaining to last week, had got very much in character, in which he always do. And in him getting in character, he got passionate in character and ran around the room and fell to his knees and was in front of me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are always between his legs. He never came between my legs, but he definitely was very close, and he definitely, you know what I'm saying, had an elbow on my knee. No way sexual, you know what I'm saying? No way sexual. That never crossed my mind. It never came into my mind. But him and Adam, they was playing back and forth on the sexual thing. However, at any given time, if I felt that he was trying to sex play me or get on some BS, it just would have been what it would have been, because you're not going to violate me as a man. But I never caught no sign of that. And I understand that this man is in character, and I do know that he is intelligent enough to know when to play and not to play. So with that being said, fast forward to today, 6'7" is in character, and Munchie B, you know, is pressing on about his questions and stuff like that, and about 607 being a Crip.
See, here go the thing though. Munchie B was pressing him about being a Crip, and what do Crips say? Things that 607 just said. So you kind of knocked on the door and got an answer. 607 did invite that conversation. Munchie B was like, "Oh, I'm gonna show 4Xers your Hoover tattoo," because obviously we knew 4Xers was expected to have a negative response, and 607 kind of pulled an Uno reverse card on old Munchie B real quick. That's all I'm saying. Quick little Uno reverse card.
Being from Hoover/60s. So they've been trying to get 607 and I guess 4Xers the podcast or whatever. And Munchie B like, man, is you gonna tell 4Xers is you from Hoover? 607 like, man, I don't know, depending on how I'm feeling that day. I don't know. Munchie B like, I'm gonna make sure I get the tattoo, you know what I'm saying, to somebody that follow him, of Hoover tatted on him, of Hoover tatted on you, so when y'all do the podcast, 4Xers know what's up. From there,
so that right there is Munchie B opening that door, though. That's Munchie B did open the door.
Put Unc at a disadvantage. Unc get all the way in character and let something slip out his mouth that shouldn't have came out his mouth. And what he slipped out and said was something like, you know, I'm the Hoover Groover, you know what I'm saying, blood remover. But, you know, he said a derogatory term for the Bloods. And then from there, you know, Munchie B said what he said. It was kind of awkward in the room. People was expecting for a big volcano eruption that never came. And was I expecting for that? Nah, but we about to get into this content, and y'all already know it's the halfway.
Now, we've already seen the content, so I don't want to watch it a million more times, but I just want to kind of get more into what Young and Jefe has to say about it. We all saw what happened. If you didn't see what happened, go watch the video. It's all over the place. I'm more interested in what Young and Jefe has to say, less interested in what, you know, what we already know. You feel me? Let me see. Hold on.
People let these characters go too far, bro.
I apologize. I said sorry. It was an accident. I'm real.
Woo! So, all right, bam, let's get into it. So, that's definitely what it was about, 4Xers. As I revamped myself to remember. Now, they was asking him about the Hoover tattoo. Now, 607 Unk is from Hoover by way of the 60s. The 60s and the Hoovers in St. Louis is clicked up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of hoods that are allies in LA, when you look at the gang culture in St. Louis, these dudes are not allies. They be allies with the opposite sex. That's how I go out there. You know, that's their world. That's the loop. But as 607 Unk was telling Munchie B, playing in being for real, man, look, I'm not about to fight for extras. I'm not about to fight anybody. I don't think I don't gotta win. I'm not about to be the first victim. I'm not about to be the person that get knocked out. I am from St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? We play with the glick. You know what I'm saying? Box this glick. You know what I'm saying? In the words of Lush. You know what I'm saying? That's what we playing with. That's just how we go. What person you know in St. Louis that can fight? Name a person. I almost named the person. I almost was like, Floyd Mayweather. But, you know, that's Detroit. You know what I'm saying? That's Michigan. But, you know, as he says, you know, that's what they playing with that thing out there. They did for a long time and a lot of years, out of the years, you know what I'm saying, hold the murder rate down there. You know what I'm saying? They pulling up with them big things down there, letting them chopper flies, letting them switches fly, letting them 30s fly. They not playing no game. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no different than Chirac. East St. Louis is Illinois. With St. Louis, Missouri, that's right next door to Illinois. They like cousins and sisters and brothers. Where the St. Louis dudes go party at in East St. Louis, that's Illinois. You know what I'm saying? So amongst him going back and forth and telling Munchie B that he ain't doing no fighting, he pulling a trig. Munchie like, oh man, you know, that's punk stuff. Oh bro, you won't even catch a fade, this and that. You know what I'm saying? He get in character, he get in Crip character and say, man, I'm Hoover, blood remover. Munchie like, what?
And then he say it twice. And
I don't even, in my mind, I was like, what, too? I know I heard it, but it's just like, you know, when you hear your area getting dissed, and it's like, man, hold on, like, man, I know I didn't hear that. What? And he said it again, man, I'm Hoover, blood remover. Man, you better watch your mouth, and I'm glad Munchie didn't hop up, man, because, man, 607 Unk, you my partner, but Munchie can't see, man. We would have been in there jumping you, and then, you know.
They would have packed you out. Oh, they would have packed you out. 607 Unk would have got packed out at no jumper. Hilarious. Hey, a young ass Jefe a real one though. He ain't finna let Munchie just go out bad if he blind. That's real.
The internet when it came with the, oh man, families, A-trades, clicked up, Suwu move.
If a Suwu move in the groupie. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
And that ain't even a thing, man. My guy's impaired. You feel me? And you know, you just happen to be in character and said something he didn't like that was disrespectful, and he leaked. But like, you know, somebody who's becoming comfortable, you know what I'm saying, and understanding in life with characters, places, persons, and things, the things that they taught us early on, Munchie allowed himself to settle and just check 607 Unk because, like, I know, he know that this man gets in character and he don't mean no harm. But sometimes harm can come in a form that...
Just because you don't mean no harm don't mean that harm won't be mean to you. Hear what I said. Just because you don't mean no harm don't mean that harm won't be mean to you.
Don't mean to harm you. Harm can come in a form that don't mean to harm you. And 607 Unk is just clowning around and playing. But it's guys that he has to understand too that comes with an edge of seriousness. And it ain't gonna always go like this. Because some dudes want to go viral. Just how 607 Unk using that tool to go viral, it could have been the wrong person in that building as soon as he said that, hopped on top of his head to go viral, to having no jumper clip of him hopping on top of him for saying what he said. And I guarantee you, tomorrow we gonna have all type of content from content creators of what they would have did, what they would have said, saw, how they would have came. But we about to get back into the rest of this content, and y'all already know it's the Hef way and the Hef effect. We're gonna commentate.
Like, but if I apologize, it should be over, right?
Yeah, but this is
That's a serious apology.
No, I understand, but you shouldn't be dissing nobody.
No, I ain't trying to. Is it?
We're like a serious, like, you know, might have got put in situation because
7 Unk, not the punk. If you don't like it, check Adam 22 about it. He the one hired me, right? He brought me to California. He noticed that I be on, right? He know how I get
607 Unc is in his own way saying Adam when I told me to say it.
down, right? So y'all need to have a problem with him. Don't have no problem with me, gang, on GD, on Larry David.
All in all, this is an awkward position to be in, you feel me? And it ain't gonna be awkward until you in it, because you can be viewing it from home, from your couch, and try to be this hardcore gang member and be like, oh yeah, this is what I would have did. I would have went crazy, been upside this.
There's no way you could be a hardcore gang member on the internet.
And like I said, a lot of these guys and had they
Once you decide to get on the internet and become a podcaster, you throw away hardcore gang member.
times to shine, and they didn't do nothing with it, or got put in situations where, you know, they was made to look dupe, and then, you know, might have got accepted on later on down the line from the homies and stuff like that. So, like I said, man, you got to know now, if this was like 607 Unc with like a serious character, then, you know, this is a whole different ball game. This goes differently, you know what I'm saying? But 607 Unc too, which I'm seeing, and I'm really knowing that he's starting to find out and learn. Although it's content for him, it's content for a lot of people. A lot of people gonna get on this web and on this camera and gonna talk crazy. And it's gonna be reality for them. But for people like 607 Unc, every time they turn on a YouTube camera, it's for YouTube. Whatever they upload to YouTube is content. If they say F your mama, if they say we're gonna throw your baby in a dumpster, they not expecting you to take that as realness. And he said it today. And it literally registered on my mind, because it is people that's out here like that. And you gotta understand, it's not like-minded people like you. It's not people.
And here go the thing. The same way people say, well, you shouldn't take it so serious, is the same way certain people are going to take it serious. You cannot expect everyone. The same way you can say, well, they shouldn't take this serious, the same way you take it serious, is somebody on the opposite end that say they should take it serious. There is an opposite effect for everything in life, and everybody's not going to play and participate the way you play and participate because you choose to play on the internet. Period, point blank. That's it, and that's all.
People that think like you is people that's indifferent to you. So it's gonna be people that's thinking like this, like, bro, if I get up on here on YouTube and I upload and say something on YouTube, you should supposed to know that's for play, or I'm clowning around. You know what I'm saying? This is YouTube. This is a tool that this is used for. It could be used for art.
It could be used for all type of stuff. If you choose to use to play with somebody and they choose to not play with you, that's misusage of the tool. Because that's actually YouTube's tool is not to spread drama and bullish. If that's the case, there wouldn't be terms and conditions and content policy. So the concept of YouTube was not for what you niggas use the messy shit for, like no jumper bullshit and blah, blah, blah. That's actually not its intended purpose. And if you look at the terms and conditions, it actually clearly says that. So the whole concept of that's what it's for, no, that's what you niggas made it.
Type of tubes. Some people get on here not caring, in a real character, with raw reality. You know what I'm saying? Some people get on here to taunt their enemies, to get at their enemies. People use this for different tools. And like I say, it's like the army, be all you can be. So as you being a person in this content space, you gotta differentiate who is who. What character is what character? Who's really real, trying to be real, standing on that, and who's just clowning and is jokes for real. You know what I'm saying? Who's just clowning and is jokes for real. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of people, like I said, is going to come tomorrow talking about what they would have did. Oh, man, I'm disappointed in Munchie. Oh, Munchie should have did this. Munchie should have did that. Man, Munchie know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And he checked it at the door. And the checking ain't going to always come in the form of you firing off. Having been situations where Munchie probably fired off on somebody for saying that word, I'm pretty sure it's have. I'm fired off on a lot of people for the C word, the T word, all that. You know what I'm saying? But it be different elements at times when you know people mean harm. So, you know, you can't even put this in one of them situations. Oh, man, people picking and choosing. Oh, man, he should have got off on him, man. You heard what 607 Unc said. He hoover, blood remover. You know what I'm saying? And he's also from St. Louis.
The only thing that I would say the only thing that I would say...
He's also from St. Louis, where some Crip hoods and Blood hoods are merged together as well.
The only thing that I'll say, I'm not going to say I disagree. I just have to throw another devil's perspective, devil's advocacy, another perspective in there. Munchie B set a standard and a tone. Specifically, Munchie B set a standard and a tone for how one should react upon being dissed accidentally or purposely. And, you know, that's pretty much the blueprint that everyone's looking at him for in this particular situation, is the blueprint that he himself set for what's supposed to happen or what's not supposed to happen should someone maybe not get dissed by that enemy, whether, or just by anybody, whether on purpose or on accident, they're aware of gang politics. 607 Unk is a Crip from St. Louis. So when he says that word, he says, yeah, when I'm in Crip mode, that's what I use. I talk like that. I'm a Crip. I'll get in Crip mode. I'll be tripping. So Munchie B is the only one who set the standard of the seemingly law that the people in the YouTube streets and comments are holding him to. You feel me? So that's just the irony of that situation. But with the actuality of the situation, who cares what 607 Unk has to say? And of course, we're all supposed to be super turned up, super tough, super this, super that, but ultimately, who cares?
Well, but I think all in all, this is going to be a learning experience for 607 Unk being here on this West Coast. He say it's too many rules, and I'm seeing that he's starting to learn that. I'm pretty sure he's going to still do his little thing and, you know what I'm saying, exodus and say, you know what I'm saying, crazy, but I know he's learning with certain characteristics and people in the room what to say and not to say, or how much to put, or how much gravy to put on the mashed potatoes. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, man, we're going to conclude.
All right, man, that's Young and Jefe. Don't care about nothing what the check say. Giving us more news we use, more knowledge. You ain't thinking anybody's college. We got into the next one. Free Avenue Angel Tweets free. We go.